Thank you so much for joining me. Today we're talking about the natural approach to cognitive decline. As our population ages, the epidemic of our future will be dementia associated with cognitive decline. Currently, we have over 5 million Americans that are living with Alzheimer's, and by 2050, the number is expected to rise to 14 million. And Alzheimer's is the most common form of dementia. And really, the best approach to treat dementia and cognitive decline is prevention. So thank you again for joining me. You're watching straight from the doctor's desk with me, Dr. Andrea Purcell, where I help women struggling with health and hormonal issues reclaim their health and their life using natural medicine. Today, we are talking about cognitive decline, characterized by the damage to brain cells where there's a noticeable and measurable impairment of memory, language, thinking, and judgment. The brain cell damage is influenced by a number of lifestyle, environmental, and genetic factors. Family history and genetic predisposition are important. Studies suggest that 1/3 of dementia cases could be prevented through better management of health and lifestyle factors. And that's why I'm talking about this today, because our brain is a complicated organ. And the way that we exercise our brain is by going out and doing, having real life experiences, not watching experiences. And as a result, the more screen time you have, the greater chances your risks of cognitive decline. If you eat one fast food meal a day, it also increases your risks for cognitive decline. In fact, processed food is the largest contributor to cognitive decline, with 36.6% of adults consuming at least one fast food meal every day. And that leads to blood vessel rigidity. So it's the quality of the blood vessels we're concerned with here. That's what promotes good brain function. So how fluid are the membranes and their ability to carry information from one cell to another? So brain cells can't thrive on fast food. We're designed to eat from a garden, not a greasy spoon. Chronic disease is a risk factor for dementia, and I want to look at some of the conditions that put us at risk. Things like having a high hemoglobin A1C, heart disease, elevated cholesterol, cancer, not sleeping well or not sleeping enough, lack of exercise, and obesity. So not surprisingly, many of these chronic diseases are brought on by poor diet. So when we address the underlying chronic disease issues, it helps reduce the risks for developing the dementia in the first place. And as I mentioned with natural medicine, prevention is the focal point. Natural medicine helps with nutrition, addressing the underlying cause of disease. So I want to look at some of the things that can help prevent cognitive decline. 1, optimizing diet by using food as medicine, increasing consumption of fruits and vegetables, and following a Mediterranean-based food plan. 2, exercise is very important by increasing blood flow, oxygenation to the brain tissue. Consistent and daily exercise induces neuroplasticity. Neuroplasticity is the ability of the brain to form new pathways in response to changes or input. New pathways are formed from enhanced learning and new experiences. So daily exercise increases the growth of new brain cells, also called neurogenesis, which prevents and slows down cognitive decline. 3, a number of herbal supplements have been shown to help reduce inflammation in the brain, including curcumin, resveratrol, bacopa, lion's mane is a type of mushroom, and huperazine A. 4, sleep. Studies show that insomnia and lack of sleep can increase the risk of Alzheimer's. Medications often used to help with insomnia increase the risk of cognitive decline. So for example, long-term use of Ambien is associated with increased risks of Alzheimer's risk. So during sleep, we rest, we restore, we rebuild, and the body recovers from the free radical damage during the day. And the body has a special way of clearing the brain of beta amyloid plaque buildup that happens just from living. So then we have common medications that can increase dementia risk. So we've got the proton pump inhibitors used to treat gastroesophageal reflux, like your Nexium, your Prilosec, your Protonix. And the key is to minimize reliance on drugs that increase the risks in this category. So there are really three main proven ways to improve neuroplasticity. So one, we want to eat nutrient-dense food, lots of leafy greens, fruits, and vegetables. And two, we want to get active. Dancing, art, traveling, learning a musical instrument, non-dominant hand exercises, reading fiction, expanding your vocabulary. Just going in a way that moves and challenges your nervous system. And finally, getting good rest and addressing that if that's an issue. So thank you so much for joining me today. I'm going to invite you to stop by again for another health segment of Straight from the Doctor's Desk. If you're interested to learn more about natural medicine, you can always visit me on the web at www.dradreapurcell.com, and be sure to check out some of my other videos on women's health. Ciao for now.